And I got a call from Charlemagne, the host of the Breakfast Club, and he was basically saying, "I need you to like squash what Dame is saying because white people they go out and get jobs just like why can't we do what white people do?" And I said, "Well, because you're not white." I said, "I'm not saying that you can't get jobs. I mean, that would be silly, but I said you're not white. We're not going to get the same jobs. We don't get the same pay. We don't get the same promotions. We don't get the same opportunities. That's what everybody's mad about. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you've noticed this. Tell me if you've noticed that the number one area where black people are the most pissed off it's from what happens at their job. I was disrespected. They're racist. They mistreat me. It stresses you out and it kills you. It's terrible. It's a terrible experience. So I'm like, why would you? Why are we so committed to following white people? And they're not as precious and as perfect as you think they are. They make a lot of economic mistakes. Look at the freaking government. They'll never be able to repay that debt. They are shooting themselves in the leg financially. Look at what the average American is dealing with financially. They are not in good economic shape. So stop trying to be white. You're not white. That's why you're losing. Because you think that if I get the same credentials and I do the same thing and follow the same path, I'm gonna get the same outcome. So and I just call me cynical, but I've never seen that. I've never really seen a black person who do exactly what a white person does and get the same result. It doesn't happen most of the time. Um, One last example on that, in fact, that jumps out into my head is anybody remember Montana Fishburne, Larry Fishburne's daughter? Remember Montana Fishburne, how that whole thing went? She used to hang out with Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian was like, this is back when they were teenagers. She's like, "Yeah, I did a sex tape, and then I became famous, and that's how I became a millionaire." She was a millionaire at the time. She wasn't a billionaire yet. So Montana Fishburne was like, "Oh, I'll do the same thing." So Montana Fishburne made some sex tapes, and she never became a billionaire. She became a porn star. And now, she's 35 years old. Like last time I heard, she got arrested and there was something involving some drug possession. I mean, something terrible. It was made me real sad for her. And I'm like, we gotta stop making our kids think that they're white. You're not white. The rules are different for you. I just believe that. So anyway, let me jump back into the slides here. And actually, let me see. So one of you put a question here. Lashonda, how do you secure estate planning if you have special needs children? That's a great question. So why don't we say that for when we get to estate planning? Basically, what I'll say. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and answer that now. Basically, you can put anything you want in your trust, right? So if you make your trust, you can structure it. Think of the trust as, and I think everybody should have one. The trust is like a new member of the family, where you say, okay, I don't own the assets anymore. I'm giving them to my trust. So if you have your trust on your investment account or whatever, your trust has that money. You don't have it anymore. And there's different types of trust. There's a ton of different types of trust you can get, and your trust expert can kind of break that down for you. But basically, a trust allows you to really pretty much set up any rules and parameters that you want in terms of what happens to your resources. And so in my trust is a beneficiary of all my life insurance policies, all the real estate I own, all the stocks that I have, everything.